There is only one perfect solution. There are clues that will try to trick our team.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Krazy Caleb, and today we are taking a look at a relatively appropriate module for this channel, Krazy Talk. So what's going to be happening here is we have these 4 LEDs, and they will cycle through a whole bunch of messages. And after wrapping around, they are bound to change throughout the cycles. But the answer for that button will always stay the same. So what we're going to do is, corresponding to each message, we have different embellishments and different messages we have to worry about for each one. And what we're going to do is essentially add each of them up, like each of the embellishments and messages. And if it's greater than 10, subtract 10 until it's not, or simply mod 10. So a tip that I would recommend for this module is take the simplest message there is. It's 1 from Krazy Talk corresponds to 2. So let's find that message. It's 1 from Krazy Talk. So we can hold down the second display when the last digit of the timer is a 3. As it says here, you have to hold the button when the last digit of the countdown timer is that number. So since that was the only part of our message, we don't have to worry about adding anything else. We can hold down the second button when it's 3. I just missed it. So hold on, let's wait for it. And it doesn't have to correspond when the message is displayed, it just has to correspond to the time. So now what's happening is it's going to cycle through a whole bunch of regular messages here, all of which have the same value. So all we need to do is essentially find one. In this case, I'm going to use challenge 3, 2, 1. We're going to release this button on a 3. So let's do that. And just like that, that will no longer cycle through. So now what we need to do is essentially repeat this 2 more times. So we only have to worry about 3 buttons. So that's all it says. It says period for number 4. So that it says what's the word for it? It says right here the colon message. And where is period? Let's use Control F in case we can't find this. And in this case, that isn't present. What happens to that if that happens to be? There's also a possibility of there being a phrase from Krazy Talk or regular Krazy Talk. Let's see if it happens to be one of those. Period in this case. So that is true. So it is a phrase from Krazy Talk. So we are going to add 2 and a 1. And that's going to give us a value of 3, so we will hold 4 down on 3. And now we're going to look for one of these messages here. In this case, never mind is what I see. We're going to release this on an 8. It's important to also note that this module has a lot of similar messages, but the punctuation or spelling can be different. Like, let's take a look here. It's too fast, I can't read this. It's too fast, I can't read this. What's the difference between these two? This one has a period, this one has an exclamation mark. So it's important to pay attention to those two, especially with these, Krazy Talk with the C, or Krazy Talk with the C. Same goes for Krazy Talk with the C, and Krazy Talk with a K, and much more. Even in the embellishments, some of them are a little bit weird, but spelled wrong. One doesn't have a W, and one does. So it's important to pay attention to those because they are very close to one another. So we've held down on 4, and we've held down on 2 now. And as you can see, it's only cycling through 1 and 3 now, because we've already held those down, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. So what I'm going to do is essentially wait for a really simple message, because honestly, you don't really want to worry about embellishments as much as you have to. So that's kind of the goal. Because there can be multiple embellishments, trust me. So Krazy talk with a C in single quotes. Krazy talk with a C in single quotes. And I didn't pay attention to what was the LED corresponding. So let's wait a minute. Wait, I think this is Krazy talk, but spelled wrong with a W corresponding to 3. So wait, I think this is Krazy talk. Or here we go. What did you say? And that was corresponding to 3. Let's find that here in our messages. And it's also, here we go, here's another example. What did you say with an apostrophe, or what did you say? Each of them have different values, so this doesn't work in this case. So we're going to hold down the third LED when it has the last digit of a 5. So let's do that. Krazy talk with a K. Krazy talk with a K here. And as you can see here, there's a Krazy tout with a K. And they both have the same value, so that kind of confirms the deal. So we can release this on a 2, and it should solve the module. Never mind, it solved itself, and just like that is the solved module. So this module is very simple, but it also is a little bit tricky, I will say that. It's just important to note that there is, especially on the diffuser side, that there is different messages and spelling is important. Like here, it says comma, quote. And it's important to also note, it says comma, you have to actually use the symbols here. That corresponded to 4. So it says comma, right here, quote. So we can hold down 4, adding 7 and 0 together, hold down 4 on a 7. I just missed it, so bear with me. Challenge 3, 2, 1. We're going to release that on a 3. Releasing on a 3 now. And just like that is a solved state. Now from what I've seen, and this is just from my experiences, usually after you release at least one of them, the messages tend to get a little harder, or longer. Second one, left, right, right, left, right, right. Let's find that one here. Left, right, right, left, right, right. That was the second one, so we can hold down that message on a 1. 2, 1. Let's take a look. Krazy talk with the C. That's going to be releasing at a 7. 8 and 7. And now we need one more. Let's take a look. Krazy talk with the C, I think, full stop. Never mind, comma, I got a strike. And that's corresponding to 1. Never mind, comma, I got a strike. So that corresponded to 1. So it's going to be an 8 plus 0 equals an 8. And just to make sure, Krazy talk with a K has the exact same value here. So that's how you know you're on the right track, because it has the same value as it did in that other message. Never mind, comma, I got a strike. So that's how you know you're on the right track. So we're going to hold 1 on 8. We're going to hold button 1 on 8. So we can cycle through a bunch of messages. Oh my god, the FBI are here. Let's find that message. Oh my god, the FBI are here. We're going to release that on 5. Let's take a look at one more example, as this is a little bit of a tricky module, no doubt. Let's wait for a really simple message. That's not simple at all. Single quote, Oh my god, someone's in my house. End quote. So we're going to use these single quotes here, and that corresponds to 4. That is a value of 1. Oh god, I literally just forgot what it was. It says, comma, wait, I think this is regular Krazy talk. It says, comma, wait, I think this is regular Krazy talk for 4. So this is our sentence right here. So we can add 5 and 9 together. That gets us 14, but we're going to subtract 10, giving us a 4. And just like here, it says, also happens to equal a 4, so we are on the right track. So we are going to hold down 4 on a 4. Go figure. It says, we're going to release that on the 4 as well. 5, 4. So, just to let you know, it's hardly on you guys to kind of look at my screen too, because this is where a lot of the stuff is happening. It says, with an actual comma, Krazy talk with a K. That's for our first message. It says, comma, Krazy talk with a K. That was for 1. So 7 plus 2 is a 9. So we are going to hold 1 on a 9. Never mind. We're going to release that on an 8. And now we have one more message to worry about. Let's find a simple one. Let's take a look here. It says, colon, what did you say? With an apostrophe, and that corresponds to the second one. So it says, colon, what did you say? That corresponds to number 2. That is going to be held on a 7. Finally, our last stage is going to be a challenge 3, 2, 1. We're going to release it on 3, and this should solve the module. 4, 3. And just like that is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Stay crazy, stay cool, and especially stay Krazy. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.